Orchard Park. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 17 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Anthony Brown.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
They'll run here with Conner. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 39. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run for it with Conner. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Conner, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
The ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 14 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. It could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
First down, they'll run with Hunt. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Washington.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught by Howard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
At their own 25.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 41-yard line.
On second down now, it's Connor. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Connor. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Prescott. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Prescott yet again. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Washington.
They run with Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Johnson on the counter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has retaken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now this carries into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Cook following the penalty. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Short little throw to Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll roll him out right. He'll let one go. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. And this time he is in. Kareem Hunt, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Prescott on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott now from the 50. Setting up the screen for Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
At the 28-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely get...
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That catch good for only a couple. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
And 8 at the 29-yard line.
Ground. This is Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Touchdown, Washington! T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, Thomas, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Now Prescott. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Throwing. Prescott. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now. and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin, because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay, because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bills going to take over again on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
A.J. Boye on the coverage.
Prescott. Dancing to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
On the ground, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Final minute now in the third quarter.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
4-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
back to the ground. Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Right, calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Back now in Buffalo. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Complete to Rashad Perriman.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Washington on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The 20-yard line.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First down.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
The ball carrier.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
On the carry.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott steps away to his left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, it's Johnson.
23-yard line.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A run with Smallwood. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 18-yard line.
On the counter, Hunt. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.